What's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast. We're so dedicated to talking about all the poggers things in life, like music content creation and video games. I am one of your co-hosts, Veritas.
And I am JesseKazam. I was going to fucking hit the button, but I don't think it would show up on the recording, so.
Oh, no, it wouldn't rip. I was expecting you to, but I hadn't put that together.
Yeah, I could probably figure it out, but I'm too lazy and don't care. So here we are.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, I just got a headache and I'm sleepy and
too.
I fucked up my sleep schedule and I'm like, oh, I made the mistake of, it was like, once we get up in the morning and I don't know why, it was just like, I just like needed some sleep. And then I started to think like, I haven't like woken up yet. Like what's going on? And I started to wonder, like, have I taken my Adderall yet? Because, you know, that'll help me get out of bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I did. And I want to like take.
Let it ride.
I don't want to take twice. Well, only because, you know, it's a controlled substance. So I can't just like, I would have a day without it, basically.
Yeah.
And it, you know, rolls around. It's like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I'm like, I don't know if I'm just really sleepy or. So then I ended up just taking like one, but it was at like 11. No, it was at like 1 o'clock actually. And then of course, fast forward, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, guys, I'm not tired.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
So that, yeah, kind of screwed me. But luckily I had a new game to get me locked in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's the most like, I don't even know how to describe it. So, did you see? It's also got the most terrible name ever. It has a colon in it, so it's objectively bad. Librarian colon tidy up the Arcane library exclamation point.
You know what? I must have missed that one.
Yeah, I didn't come across your recommended feed.
It didn't come across.
So yeah, you're in a like Hogwarts ass looking library. I don't know how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's probably like 40 bookshelves.
Okay.
Each one of them 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Each one of them has like, you know, 80 plus books.
Okay.
And there's 2 floors, okay? And so you're standing there on like the little landing in between and you look down and there's just, I want to say it's like 3,000 something books just all over the place, just as if there was an earthquake, but the earthquake flew books across the.
Yeah. Okay.
And you just have to put every book back where it's supposed to go.
That's such a you game, bro. That's because that's like the perfect pull up a YouTube video and shoot the shit with chat for like 16 hours.
Yeah. So
was it Dewey Decimal?
Now so it's like a Hogwarts ass library.
Okay.
So now what's crazy is the book titles were always somehow like appropriate. Like I'd be listening to some shit about like the history of like wage labor Marxist something or other, you know. I'm like watching it and like I'm like looking and I'm realizing I'm holding a stack of books that are like elves and like wage inequality or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? It was just
that
always somehow ended up being applicable, but yeah, basically there are sets of either 3, 5, or 10 books that are just like the same book, just numbered.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And each shelf is like its own thing. So one will be like necromancy, like warrior, archery, you know, whatever. And there's one floor that's like all magic stuff, and another floor that's like not magic stuff.
Okay.
One of the shelves it's called the Other World, and it's all just jokes about like our world.
Nice.
You know, it's like, what if dark matter or they call their mana dark matter or something like that.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty funny. And basically I started off by going through upstairs and throwing all the books off the balcony. onto the downstairs.
Yeah.
Now I have a mound of books downstairs, and they are generally kind of like color coded. So like the green ones are like archery, the red ones would be kind of like warrior-esque. But then there are some that are like multicolored that are like, these are like the romance novels. There's another that has like a different kind of design that are like art, and you just gotta find them, put them together, and that's surprisingly a really good game. Now there's magic in the game. Okay. So the first time around I went and played with magic, and that allows you to like jump. Like you can jump to the second floor, basically. So you don't have to walk all the way around up the stairs. There's and they all have like cooldowns that when you level up, you can like put points to them, and it increases like the cooldown. But so there's one that'll basically say if there's whatever book is in your hand, if you press this button, it'll highlight all of the books in the set wherever they are. So you, if it's like, you can just, you know, hit that button, walk over and pick the ones up. There's another one that basically it will, like basically the book will like fly to you, that matches like the set. So if you have like number one and you press that button, whatever the nearest book will fly into your hands, and you level that up, and it'll be like the nearest 2 books, the nearest 3 books. Basically, by the end, you pick up a book, you hit a button, all the things fly into your hands. You jump up onto the thing, you look at the shelf, you hit a button, and it goes up, 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 up. Because they all have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But in your hand, you can't reorder them. You can only kind of like swap the top and the bottom, and so it was. So I did the first time, and then I played again the second time, and did all like 3,070 books without magic. So I just walked and picked everything up, crazy, manually. So it was pretty good. And I started again.
Sounds. I mean, in a universe where you're like dying for the new Power Wash Sim DLC or lawn mowing Sim DLC, like that feels right up the alley. I get it.
Yeah, just like quiet. My brain is like multi-threaded, but only works when all threads are working. If not, I'm like, ooh.
It's like you're the most optimized when you're multitasking.
As
opposed to like focusing on one thing.
It's why like most of the time during the podcast I'm doing chess puzzles, because like I listen the best. If I just sit and have to listen, I am officially thinking about something completely different. Realize I wasn't listening, and you know, I need to like, was it active listening? I don't think that's actually what that means.
No, but I'm with you.
Oh yeah, you know, I wrote down a couple of things too that I wanted to talk about the podcast notes. What was it? I found another thing that's driving me insane. That's related to the
Terminator
all
2
of a sudden versus all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. Key moment. The Terminator 2 key moment.
No, I don't know what.
Okay, all of a sudden.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I tried.
It's a thing that I first noticed back in the day with Asmongold, and now I'm noticing more and more. I just thought it was like a dumb Asmongold thing. But now that I've noticed it, I can't not notice it all the time.
Okay.
So I might have a sentence that's like, what's a good example? Shit.
It's a great sentence.
Yeah. It's like the use of the word whenever.
Okay.
When would do. So like if I was gonna say like if it happened one time, I wouldn't say whenever, because that to me is like,
it's like whenever Frank gets here, we'll do that, and it's like when Frank gets here,
we'll do that. Exactly, and it's like, Frank, does he come regularly? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I think that's like a southern. I don't know if it's like a southern thing.
I mean, I don't like. I guess I don't know if it's exclusively a southern thing, but it's definitely like something I hear a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think it's like I don't know that it's like grammatic. Like I'm not being like a grammar Nazi kind of thing. Like I don't know that it's necessarily wrong. It might be, but it just like
Yeah.
it just seems it's funny that the longer word seems dumber.
Yeah. I mean,
More dumb.
irregardless is one for me because it's like, why are we just throwing extra letters onto words, man? That's we don't need to do that
You must have done it on accident.
on accident.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Is that I mean, I know accidentally.
It's by accident.
Oh, by accident.
Yeah, or when people say bias, your bias.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my bias what?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you are biased.
Yeah.
I don't want to be biased. My sister would always say that.
Yep. I could care less. I'm always like,
God,
damn.
yeah.
So you care?
Oh my God. Speaking of, so there was this like Reactception thing that happened that I have to show you.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I guess I'll ask you, have you noticed this isn't like new, but it's only something that I don't know, like I'm just surprised nobody's talked about the little white dot in YouTube, this YouTube scrub bar.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
It's like it's telling you when the ad's over.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I know that they have their jump ahead feature now, which will, if you are fast forwarding through a video, like if you're like +5 seconds, it figures out, it figures out when people stop doing that and then like makes that like a pseudo chapter marker so that when you are pressing jump, it'll say jump ahead. And if you click jump ahead, it'll just jump to that point where the most amount of people stop fast forwarding. So I think it becomes
like related to the, like,
yes,
that bar.
yes. So I think it pseudo becomes like chapters for ads because that's when people fast forward, and then YouTube knows when people stop fast forwarding, and then so it might be related to that.
Huh.
Because it does always line up with when the ad stops.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I don't know that I've ever seen one that isn't ad related. I guess maybe I would have to watch a video where like there's a section that everyone's like it would have to be ad related.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching a video and you're gonna like skip an entire section.
Or I mean, I could see it being some like back level, like actual AI scrubbing the scripts of the video that have been closed captions to like look for ad moments. Because on one hand, initially I was like, why would YouTube ever want to skip the ads? But it's like, well, those aren't ads YouTube makes money on.
Yeah.
So if YouTube is seeing data that like when an baked in ad happens, 10% of people just leave the video, YouTube would benefit from providing a way to frictionlessly, that's for sure a word, shut up, skip that ad if it means that some percentage of those people that would leave would stay.
I wonder if damn. Now I wonder if like that's the thing that 6 months from now ad like just brands are gonna be like, well, okay, you get like 75%
less
the CPU you got before.
Yep.
But I guess they would have maybe gotten that, you know, like people have the little yellow bar, you know, the time thing.
People do chapters, like actual chapter markers. People do the yellow bar. And the culture is just very +5. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's the culture around that is pretty baked in now that people like, I haven't seen anybody whine about an ad in a video in forever on anyone's video that I've watched and looked at the comments. Like, I'm sure it happens, of course, but it's kind of like everybody knows it's coming. It's relatively easy to skip ahead. I don't know.
Yeah. Perhaps. Let me share with you though one of the most meta moments ever. I was playing Power Wash. I was watching a video. I don't remember what the video was about though. It'll pop in once I start watching it again, but it was like a Destiny reacting to another video while he was playing Eugenics.
Okay.
I was watching that while I was playing.
Oh my god! So you playing Power Wash Sim, watching Destiny play Eugenics, reacting to a video.
Yeah, man, it's brain rot maximized. Let's see.
Maximized.
So let me see if you can
now. When you play me this clip, can you pull up Subway Surfers?
Yeah, dude. I could. All right. Ready for this?
Okay.
Which, if you think about it, is pretty much its own form of critical race theory. It's just that where a college professor would explain how these things intersect in the intention of artists and the consequences of their expression, Matt is basically taking it one step back to say that it's the intent of the production companies and the consequences of their expression.
This is what passes for entertainment today, apparently. So the video game industry is in even worse shape than I had thought. But actually, there's a reason that the game is popular. People are nostalgic for the pre-smartphone, pre-streaming era.
No, these kinds of games are popular because they're easy for streamers to play while they talk to their chats, and they provide a modestly satisfying feedback loop with low stakes. Farming Simulator doesn't signify our desire to...
What the fuck is going on? Why is this so meta? Wait for it.
Return to an agrarian civilization. And
Oh my god, dude.
Power Washing Simulator isn't about a desire to...
Oh, what the fuck, man? What's going on? Oh god, I love how I just unpause it and he instantly goes Power washing
Sim, dude.
Nope, sorry, no.
That's
sorry.
So wait, what was the original video about? Matt Walsh is complaining about.
It was about something with Matt Walsh that I'm sure I purposefully remove from my memory. It's someone in chat. Can you remind me? It was.
So you were playing Power Washing Simulator, watching Destiny play Eugenics, watching a video of someone critiquing a Matt Walsh video.
Yup.
And his part of his critique was that Power Washing Simulator was a fun game to do nothing and vibe with your chat for Twitch streamers, which at the bottom of the barrel of this recursive nightmare was you actually playing Power Washing Simulator to vibe with your chat. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
This is what I've become until my house is done.
I love that.
I can't get into anything.
How many layers?
So many layers deep, dude.
It's so funny because it's I really don't think, if I stopped by your stream, I don't think I would have thought it was weird that you were playing Power Wash, watching a video, and that video included that guy watching another piece of media. But if you travel back in time just 5 or 6 years and showed that clip to somebody and it was you,
dystopian.
Yeah, you playing a game, watching a video of a guy playing a game, watching a video of a guy you critiquing the take of another guy's take on games.
But if you think about it, is that not the modern take on 5 dudes sitting in a living room talking about some stuff? It's just a bunch of opinions.
Yeah.
It's just they don't.
It's just they all get to talk on different days.
Yeah, it's carrier. Well, yeah, but it's all one way.
Yeah. Nobody ever gets to respond.
Yeah, it's the telephone game.
It is dystopian that is how more and more conversation is taking place on the internet, and more conversations on the internet are taking place that way, which is not a conversation. It's largely just somebody gives a take, and then somebody either quote tweets or makes a react video that's just their take on that take. And then have you ever sometimes
it's yes and
yeah. Sometimes I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a tweet by somebody that I follow and I enjoy their gaming stuff. I like their YouTube channel a lot and their takes on gaming. And then they were like, and they tweeted something that was vague enough that I didn't really know what was happening. So I clicked on the tweet that they were quote tweeting and still was confused. So I clicked the tweet that they were quote tweeting and was still confused, and then clicked the tweet they were quote tweeting and then just gave up. And you're like, wow, this is a whole ass conversation that I just like you walk into the room and the guy's like, and that's why I'll never eat freaking artichokes again. And that's like,
You're like,
yeah, I just missed the whole thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the Fibonacci reaction. Yeah, it's wild that's not just like on Twitter anymore. That's YouTube. It's like somebody makes a reaction to the reaction of the take. And it's
yeah, and yet like somehow I very much still, there are certain things I prefer to be like in their rawest form.
Yeah.
But there are other things where like I'm not interested unless like I wouldn't be interested in that thing.
Yeah.
Directly, but I'm interested in hearing somebody's thoughts about that thing. What their take might be. It just made me, all I'm thinking about now is how Twitter should just show the full like tree if you quote tweet.
Yeah.
If you quote tweet something that has a quote tweet, it gets a lot, like it's at one point, I don't know if it's the second layer or the third layer, the context is lost and it's like really annoying.
Yeah. It's weird. It's super weird. But that's amazing. That clip is incredible. Get freaking called out.
Oh, and finally, the last thing I have on my list was actually two things. I started watching From.
Ooh.
Want to say I'm like only 4 or 5 episodes in.
Okay.
What's my feedback so far?
The acting is tough at times.
Honestly, it doesn't much bother me. There's only been one moment that bothered me.
Okay.
That stood out to me, but it was more writing and less acting, I think. It felt weird to me, but at the time I recognized, I'm like, I don't know why this might not be weird.
Okay.
But it was literally like first episode. Driving in the RV. And there's like, if you had like, how old's the girl?
Yeah, I don't know. 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know.
I would have
Wait,
guessed
actually
16.
Yeah, you're right. She's
She's
super
older.
minor detail, but she does later talk about
You said
like
13. I was like, oh,
I'm just bad at this. She does later talk about how like she was going to get her learner's permit. So 15, 16.
Okay, yeah. So, and then the little boy is like what, 10 or something? Yeah. I wouldn't expect. Maybe, I don't know. She straight up bullies him.
Oh.
And I was like, would you like, okay, if there was like a 20-year-old girl with like a 7-year-old little brother, I wouldn't expect her to like bully him to scare him, to like try to make him cry. It just felt weird. I'm like, you're too old to be trying to make your little brother cry like that.
Yeah,
but maybe not. Maybe they're closer in age than I thought.
I mean, it's like there is like a little bit more context to that you get later, but it is largely a minor detail.
I'm like, unless she's a sociopath, I just felt like I'm like, are they trying to set her up like a literally like a fucking psychopath?
Yeah, no. Well, you never know.
Yeah. We ended off where they were like in the basement digging, trying to find
where the wires go.
Now, so this is the first where I'm like, fuck, what? The first time they mentioned that there's nothing in it, I'm like,
dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I tried to say. This is not dark. Like, this is not like hyper intelligent, philosophical. It's going to make me think. It's a show where every episode you're like, God damn it. And then you have to just click another one. It's just lost in its purest form. Like, just letting the writers run loose. Not a care in the world if we're going to ever close this loop. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just pure addiction in TV form where you're just like, every time an episode ends, you're just like, Jesus, what the hell is that? So you click another episode.
How far are you in it?
I am like 2 episodes into season 4.
Oh, and there's 4 seasons.
Yeah,
right?
the 4th season came out recently, and then they're going to do a fifth and final.
Okay, interesting. Do we know when that's going to come out?
I don't know. Not sure.
Interesting. Okay. So the last thing I'll say is I played a game. It was pretty short, but it was from the same folks or the same maybe publisher, I want to say. Annapurna.
Oh, did you play Mixtape?
I played Mixtape.
Holy shit, bro.
Did you play Mixtape?
No, but like, have you not been on the internet lately?
Okay. I posted on Twitter because I'm working on a thing related to like the police, constitutional stuff.
Yeah.
And I posted because I emailed Audit the Audit.
Yeah, okay.
To be like, hey, I want to interview you, but I also wanted to get like the constitutional auditor's perspective.
Yeah.
But I also was like, I want to talk to somebody who could represent like modern day-to-day, like contemporary police. So I posted like, anybody have any recommendations? And then like 1 or 2 people just went off. And it made that thread explode. And I have.
Then you're just like,
I have an open Twitter. I haven't opened Twitter since then. Once I saw I had like 111, like I'm like, nah, dude, I think I'm good. So tell me what happened.
I mean, I really don't know, but it has thus been decreed that all human beings shall have an opinion on Mixtape and share it with the fire and brimstone that you would sacrifice your firstborn child on the altar of your opinion on the game Mixtape. Dude,
what?
It's insane. People are losing their minds. And like, it's like, so I can tell you like all of the disparate like limbs. So like, imagine the, Mixtape is like an amoeba. It is like an amorphous body horror thing. And I'm catching like some of the limbs. You know what I mean? So like the game can't be that good. Look at the player count. There's only so many people on Steam. And you're like, oh my God, it's a 3-hour game that's, a single player, whatever. So like you've got the Steam chart Andes.
For a 3-hour single player game.
Yeah. It's gotten too good of reviews. That's a big one. The reviews, 10 out of 10s. It's gotten too good of reviews. There's no way it's that good. There's like, there's this. I saw some argument about how it's like, it's indie bait. Like it's not an indie game, but they want you to feel like. Which, by the way, any one of these may be valid criticisms. I just please know I know shit dick about this game, okay? But people are mad that it's like indie bait, where it like looks like an indie game, but it was like financed by some super rich dude who could afford all the licenses to the songs, and it like takes spotlight away from like actually indie developers and like how much money is an indie game and how much marketing goes into an indie game, and at what point are you not allowed to call it an indie game? I don't know. People say it's woke and it's like DEI agenda getting pushed down their throats. People say, dude, I've just seen such an unending amount of like opinions about this game. But all I know is that like for the first 48 hours, everyone on planet Earth was like, this game's amazing. 10 out of 10, 5 stars. Like even last week you were like, yo, the Steam reviews are like, there's 12,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews. Like the at the beginning, it was like, holy shit, what an amazing experience. And then it was just like a train wreck. And I don't know much about the game other than like it's got apparently like a really nostalgic 90s soundtrack, and it's about a bunch of friends. And everyone's freaking out about it. That's really the extent that I understand it. People said that it's not a real game because there's no like gameplay. It's just basically a cutscene. Difficulty designed for game journalists. I've seen a whole lot of like pictures where it's like they'll get, journalists will gave Mixtape a 10 out of 10, but then this game, insert game that they enjoy, a 7 out of 10 or whatever. And it's like, it's wild. I was literally going to ask you about this. How did you enjoy Mixtape?
I thought it was a vibe, dude. I thought it was
Which is what I expected. Yeah, like
I don't know, like $17 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
It was like $17 for 3 hours of entertainment is like,
yeah.
I spent 60 when I go to watch a movie in the theater.
Yep.
Like, it's to me, it's like an interactive movie.
That's what I've heard.
But like that's what I was like.
That's what you were expecting, right?
I wasn't expecting anything actually at all.
Yeah, okay.
But I was like,
the only gameplay I've seen is 600,000 people have tweeted
the makeout.
Yes, like a 3-second clip of the makeout.
The tongue, which dude, I sat there for like 10 minutes. I was really impressed by I was impressed by the physics, like no, I'm not even joking, like the saliva physics, the fucking but that was just like the nerd in me. No, I mean,
I truly couldn't give you a reason for like the hate.
You could I mean, the reason for the hate is the reason why do people, when you go outside in the world, hate some of the things that we all love and enjoy?
True. The true reason of the hate is people are enjoying it.
Therefore,
hate must flow.
Like when I go to get coffee, okay, and I see the people in front of me, and there's two women holding hands, and I think, oh, that's nice, and then I get my coffee and walk away, and some other people that really fucking destroys their day.
Yeah.
Like it's for, and I don't mean just like anti-woke whatever, but I mean it's like some people just get really fucking butthurt about things that don't make sense to other people. I don't know, man. Like, you can almost get through you can probably get through most of the game within the fucking refund window on Steam. So QQ, just refund it.
Yeah.
Quit bitching.
Yeah. I find like it's funny because this obviously is kind of like, a trend or a conversation that extends to just, like the internet. But I find that we have like full circle gone as far away from the original, like how the internet felt in the beginning. Because like anytime you talk to people or like watch documentaries about like, the 90s or, early 2000s internet, it was largely like you were interested in a thing nobody else you knew was interested in, and you could like go on the message board and talk about your Warhammer 40K pieces you were painting and find people. And it was like there were like 10,000 people on the forum and you were all talking about it, and it was like, fuck yeah, this little like slice of internet. And it actually feels like we are in like the upside down version of that, which is when somebody says they like a thing that's not necessarily like that. Like, the first person to tweet that they fucked with Mixtape wasn't somebody saying like, I really like the new Avengers movie or the new Call of Duty game, right? It was, a single player, really short, specific time period. And it's like, so they do that, and then it connects to like the other people. Not everyone in their circle played Mixtape. It connects, and it hits this critical mass, which is very small, of like 1,000 people like this. And then the internet just like is convinced everyone's trying to shove it down your throat. Everyone thinks everyone should love it. And we actually like choke out those tiny communities as soon as they form, because they're not doing it alone behind closed doors. You know what I mean? It's so weird. And then it spirals because the incentive structure, like, you know what I mean? Insert, you know, whatever Twitter account you hate the most. The incentive structure is like, they're essentially scraping the internet for things to be mad about, because getting in early, like just a monetary and attention incentive is like, get in early on a opinion that's growing and have a hot take about it. That is just the best way to like get likes, get shares, get comments, get views, get ad impressions. And so it's like you see this like tiny little community hits this critical mass, and then everyone feels so threatened by it, I guess. And so then the hate starts flowing in, and then the big creators, the big accounts go, oh, this is the perfect time for me to, you know, quote tweet goddamn DEI in my video games, fucking blah. And then all of a sudden, you know, somebody with 4 million Twitter followers tweets that, and then, you know, some random game. That's what it feels like from the outside. Once again, I have not played Mixtape. I couldn't care less about it, but I was just so taken aback at how visceral the conversation was online. I mean, I guess
I didn't even know. It blows my mind, because I like didn't even know that.
Yeah, exactly. If I was like, what game stirred the most Twitter drama this week? Yeah, I don't think you would have thought it was that 3-hour 90s nostalgic game you played. You know what I mean?
No.
It's
now, so I there's a few things that I'll say that I thought were really neat about the game. But I want to preface this by saying the fact that it got 10 out of 10 from, I didn't see. GameSpot was 9 out of 10.
Oh yeah, I got 10 out of 10 by almost every,
like a million places. I mean, but also like, this is like marketing stuff, because I don't know like what the fuck is Screen Hub or Well Played or Xbox Tavern. Like, I guess it's just like,
yeah.
I wouldn't. It like IGN gave it 10 out of 10. Like, isn't IGN? I don't know. I stopped paying attention to IGN in like 1997, but like,
Bro,
don't they give everyone 7s? The game was fantastic. This would make you think that it was the greatest piece of masterpiece like of all time.
Yeah. We definitely, you know, we've talked about this before, even in like in just like language for like movies and stuff like that. You know, a good movie you have to say is great, because great means good. But then when you watch a great movie, you have to say it's amazing. Yeah. But then when you watch like an Interstellar, you've already used up great and amazing. So you have to be like, it's the best movie ever made. And then when you watch like your favorite movie, and you just like run out of words. So there is definitely that happening, you know, where when a movement picks up, it's like, it does give this sense where it's like, oh my God, that's the best thing ever. And if you were to truly give it like Outer Wilds is a 10, you know, what would you give Mixtape? Like a 7? Like you had a great time? Like 8? You know what I mean? But it has to be whatever. My thing was,
all the reviewers are just born in like 1988, like me, and
yeah,
or actually,
that
probably,
dude, that
probably like 1983 or 84 or something. Because honestly, I recognize like one song on the soundtrack. It was all like, I think I was like 5 years too young.
That was another thing too. Is I was like, this, from what I understand about the game, which is like it's set in the 90s, and what, they're teenagers.
Yeah, so you had
teenagers in a night. Yeah, like it's like no one tweeting about the game was alive when the game takes place, and the game is like very expressly like nostalgia bait almost. You know what I mean? It's like it's supposed to make you feel those things, and so.
Well, I mean, it's still the vibe. Like it's not like I was. 10, 11, 12 in the 90s. Yeah. And I mean, even like 2000 is not very much different than 1999.
No, 1999, yeah.
So like just having a fucking Walkman, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of the aesthetic
having
translates.
the little fucking glow-in-the-dark stars.
Oh.
Remember those
yes.
would have on their ceilings? Like she had them on like the side of her
that's so sick.
It's just fun going
just
through
good
all
vibes.
The game was total chill, good vibes. Literally, my only complaint is that it has like a hybrid frame rate kind of thing where the characters are almost running in like fucking 20 FPS or something. The background's like crystal smooth, but it's almost like the really fast, like stop motion.
Like too fast to be stop motion, but too slow to be like 30 FPS gameplay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was like when I first started, I'm like, I felt like you ever like played an FPS game when your monitor's not on like 144 or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like,
it's like something feels wrong. Yeah. It took me a bit to then realize, but when I cover up the character and was like walking, I'm like, oh, it's like smooth. But it had a really unique art style for the characters, and then kind of a little bit of a separate one for like the environment. But it was a gorgeous game. It was, I mean, the whole thing was like an interactive movie.
Yeah,
which I fucked with. You know, like at one point you're like skateboarding and you can do like kick flips and ollies and stuff. It's basically like, imagine a cutscene where you're just talking with characters, right?
Yeah.
But instead you're like going down a windy road, avoiding the car, and you're like swerving around, and you're having that conversation. It's just like something to fucking do.
Yeah.
But then at one point you're like running away from like the cops, and I think you were on a skateboard at this point, but it had a bunch of really neat little bits to it. So you're like running away from the cops on the skateboard, and then randomly it changed to the perspective of the news helicopter. Being like, they're chasing over with their little banner, but you can still control your character. So you're like zoomed out.
That's actually wild.
It's just a really cool camera angle. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm full controlling my character. Like little things like that were really neat. And it's not like gameplay, you know, like in not quick time events really for the most part. But like you're vibing, you know, driving down the street in a fucking like Volkswagen, you know, Rabbit or something.
Yeah.
And you can like control the fireworks. So you can just like what, you know, and like it's such a cool. Oh yeah, at one point you're skateboarding and there's like two controls and you basically do this or this.
Nice.
Listening to some kind of metal, and every time you do that, the car explodes. So you're going down the road, it's like it's just fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
it's just a vibe. It's fun. Like, I don't know. It's not Elden Ring.
Can't freaking have fun, man. Can't freaking have fun. My thing, and this is old man shouting into the clouds, okay? So it's like, I understand. My thing is, you can't say that you don't care about the scores IGN gives and then care about the scores IGN gives. Like, people were so butthurt that IGN gave this a 10 out of 10 after 5 years of like being like, IGN is irrelevant. They fell off. They don't like, their scores don't matter. Don't ever like judge a game based on what IGN says. Don't ever just like leave them. They're so irrelevant. And then people are losing their fucking minds that IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. It's like, I'm not even saying you should believe IGN. I'm saying I did what we all said we were going to do 5 years ago, which is I just stopped caring about IGN. What are you all doing? Like, you can't throw a temper tantrum about the opinion of a guy you spent 5 years saying you don't care about his opinion. You very clearly care about his opinion.
So I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but I suspect maybe that some of the people you're talking about have the same kind of feeling that I did, and I don't think that there's like a contradiction or like cognitive dissonance, and that like I don't care, like what IGN says like doesn't matter, okay? Yeah. But what I will say is that, like, here, just check out this experience. So you pull the game up on Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the first thing you see.
I actually pulled it up on Steam. As you scroll down and then you see all the 10 out of 10.
So this is the first thing you see. You just hit play and you see this. Everyone is giving it a 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's giving it a 10, and then you scroll down and you see everyone is giving it a 10.
Yeah.
What people are expecting is like, I saw that and I saw Annapurna and I was like, this is going to be like Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close to that, but it was a great experience for $17.
Yeah.
So I think, at least for me, it's like, okay, guys, it's mostly just like, come on.
No. Once again, and that makes sense. You crashing out on Twitter about it does not make sense. You know what I mean? Because it's like, because I get that culturally we are in a time where like the first time I feel this way a lot, where the first time I hear a thing, whether it's a TV show, a movie, or a game, I kind of have to decide right then and there if I'm going to watch or play it, because the well is so poisoned. I don't want to hear anyone else's take on it, because like all those 10 out of 10s is exactly kind of what I was saying earlier with like, this movie's great. Like what happened is all of those were probably 42-year-old gaming journalists that played that.
No, I was just going to say like, oh, you're off by oh no. Oh God, no, you're not.
That played that game, finished it, and was like, this is great. 10 out of 10. And they probably weren't judging it on like, which I'm not saying like, if you're a game, I'm not excusing it. Like basically what I'm just what I'm saying kind of makes sense. I agree with you that it's bad journalism for everyone to agree that this is like, no video game has ever been made better. This is the 10 out of 10, whatever. But I'm just saying it's like, what I was saying was more the people who are just like losing their minds. It's just like, how many times are you going to crash out on Twitter about the IGN score? It's like, at some point, just like put your money where your mouth is. Now, once again, that's just old man shouting at the clouds, because I know that most of the people don't actually, what am I trying to say? Most of the people tweeting that are tweeting it because that's an easy tweet to get a reaction. Like it's a bandwagon tweet. Like if you screenshot an IGN thing and then have a hot take about IGN, that just like gets a lot of attention because everybody thinks IGN is a joke now, which I kind of agree, by the way. I'm like, I agree, IGN is a joke now. But it's like, even as I say it, it's like I'm realizing that most of the people tweeting it probably don't even care about IGN. They just know it's great bait for gamers. So then me talking about it is kind of giving them what they want. And then I get,
but I guess it kind of depends too on like what they're saying while crashing out. I mean, it just depends on if they're absurd or ridiculous,
which they often are. Once again,
but like, because you can show that and say, what the fuck is this? Looking at the reviews and be like, I don't know, pissed off or ignore, or like annoyed or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, does that mean that you care though? Or is that just like here's another example where game journalists don't fucking have any idea what they're talking about?
That's never the tweet. It's never that simple. And like that sentence you just said is very like unemotional, right? If you were to quote tweet that and be like, dude, another example of like that this industry of gaming journalism has lost its way. Like that's a fine tweet. You know what I mean? It's never that. it's like it always comes back to like IGN being like woke or like or just it just doesn't. It's once again though, I can recognize in myself that it's just old man yelling at the clouds because I'm expecting people to be reasonable. And the reasonable people are just doing the reasonable thing, which is not tweeting about it, right? Or tweeting in that way where they're like, just quote tweeting and being like, LOL, IGN, you know what I mean? Like something innocuous. And so it's like, most of the people are being rational by not sharing the opinion. It's just when you're scrolling and you see like 11 opinions. My thought was just more like, we started saying we started saying that like, oh, look, IGN out of touch in like 2018. And I guess I just wonder when we're going to just.
Bro, they're both sides of the same coin. Who cares what IGN says? Who cares what fucking people on Twitter say?
Yo, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fuck them all. None of them matter.
I know. That's why I'm saying I'm self-aware enough to know that this is just like old man yelling at the sky. Like I recognize that I am on one hand, I'm like, I feel like I have a good point. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I got by these rage bait. Like, I got rage baited. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. I can see that both are happening. But
yeah, I scrolled for 4 seconds on Twitter and realized that I don't, once again, like, oh, that's why I don't care.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, I was, I thought that was funny. And then I was excited to like ask you about it. And I figured that it was, that it was good, because even still now, that's why I kind of went to Steam. The Steam reviews are great. Like, I find, I don't think any metric is necessarily perfect to like determine if a game is good.
I feel like the Steam reviews tend to be pretty good.
But I think Steam reviews is better than that screenshot of all the 10 out of 10s. Like that, like basically, to go back to your point, I agree that I'm not very compelled by that anymore.
Yeah.
So Steam reviews, you know what I mean? How many thousands, how many very positive, you know what I mean? That's like, you know, those are at least people playing the game. You're siphoning out the Twitter, the, you know, gaming journalism, and you're at least getting to people. Obviously, nothing is perfect because people review bomb games and all that kind of stuff. But you can also kind of tell, like, Steam's pretty upfront. You can tell when a game is being review bombed when it's like gotten very few negative reviews and then all of a sudden thousands. So I do think that Steam reviews is one of the better gauges of like, of the people that would like this game and are playing it, do they like it? I'm somebody that looks like I would like that game. Maybe I would like it too. So.
Yeah, there were a couple things in the game that like I would love to see incorporated in like every single player kind of story game. Like some real subtle things that were super neat. Like at one point you're like break into a fucking theme park like after hours. And you have like this Game Boy ass camera or whatever. It's like this janky ass thing. And like your friends are just talking and like walking around and like looking at exhibits. And at any point, if you turn and put your camera up, they'll just like pose. Like, yeah, it's such a subtle little thing. At one point you're at like a house party and you just surround. I mean, there's like fucking 100 people and they're all, you know, drinking like off-label PBRs and you have like different, like it's like really simple, different gestures. You can like give them the finger, you can like peace, and you have a video camera and you're just walking around like with a video camera. And as you sweep around, people will like pose or they'll like not want to be on camera. It just feels so real.
So real.
Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, such a vibe, dude. I don't know.
That's awesome.
It's worth it. It's worth it for you know, if you're down for some a good time 90s, like if you go in there thinking as that it's an interactive animated 90s nostalgic movie, then you'll have a great time.
Yeah. That's cool. Oh man. Well, you know what else you'll have a great time doing is transitioning to the sponsor of this episode, and that is Ridge Wallets. The S-tier wallet, the perfect minimalist wallet that does everything you need and more. Made out of insanely premium materials, an insane plethora of wallets to choose from in terms of colors, in terms of texture, in terms of what it's made out of, and it's incredibly simple, but it does everything you need. I transitioned from like regular wallet to minimalist wallet once, and it was too minimalist. I could fit my driver's license and 2 cards in there, but I wanted 3 or 4 cards in there. And so the Ridge wallet holds up to 12 cards.
I've got way more than that.
And you holds up to 12 cards, and then you stretch it out a little bit and you can squeeze that 13th in there. And it's like, so if you only have 2 or 3 cards, it just shrinks down to that size, and then you can fit up to 12 in there. They have all sorts of like attachments on the outside, so you can put cash in there. There's one where you can put like an air tag in there or like a clip or whatever. They're insane. Made out of materials like aluminum, titanium, carbon fiber. You can get all sorts of stuff. I got the carbon fiber one. You got the like burnt Damascus.
I want the heritage. Oh my
God. They got sports ones. That one that looked like a cassette tape, very mixtapey. I don't know if they still had that. They had that temporarily. Yeah, they're insane. They've done like a bunch of collabs. Like I don't know what they have up right now, but like in the past they've done collabs with like, look, the Super Bowl. Yeah. The Super Bowl, they got like some Father's Day stuff coming, Dad Gang. The test card is so great.
Oh my God, holy 90s.
Yeah. So it's just, they have an incredible amount of stuff and they're just excellent at what they do. It is just like it's a minimalist wallet. It's simple. It's not a whole lot of frills. It's just the best material for the smallest thing. 100,000 5-star reviews. They got RFID blocking technology in there.
10 out of 10 IGN.
10 out of 10 IGN, baby. But yeah, they're insane. They're wonderful.
Bro, I've been vibing with me and Meg have been doing a little bit more traveling. Meg more than myself, and dude, she has been in love with. Oh my God, wait, they have NASA stuff. Oh God.
Ooh.
Sorry, I got this a little NASA logo plate. Okay. Bro, the battery.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it here.
Yeah. They sell all sorts of other stuff. They sell like travel stuff, luggage, and this battery bank.
Yeah, I mean, and there's stuff that it looks so
backpacks,
sick.
suitcases.
It's the same kind of like indestructible, sleek, like minimalist design for all these things. And yeah, but the travel battery to be able to put your phone and be able to have your phone on there and then have like a USB whatever the like iPhone connector guy is, while also having it on a kickstand so that like you can watch whatever you're watching or play games or whatever on your phone at the same time. Dude, I'll like never go anywhere without a travel battery.
They have one of those travel batteries now. Do you remember the old Game Boys that were the translucent plastic, the purple Game Boy? It's that. So you can like
one over there.
So you can see into like the electronics inside. It's called what is it called? Atomic Purple.
How did you get here? Oh, it's gotta be. Is it in the tech collection? Oh
yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, that's so sick.
No. Oh my God, it even like looks like a little CD.
Yep.
Oh, that's insane, dude. These things are incredible.
Yeah, it's sick. But yeah, Ridge products are great, and all Ridge products have a lifetime warranty. This is literally the last wallet you or your dad will ever need to buy. For a limited time, Ridge is running their huge Father's Day sale where you can get up to 40% off of their best gear. Just head to ridge.com/pogcast. That is ridge.com/pogcast. And don't miss out on their biggest discounts of the year. Ridge.com/pogcast for up to 40% off. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
Damn, son.
Damn, son.
I got to do some shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, brother.
I got that purple Game Boy somewhere around here.
Dude, what a classic. What a classic. The Game Boy Color. Well, hell yeah, man. Bro, over on my side of the woods, I finally escaped Tarkov.
I saw the clip.
Bro.
And I didn't want to watch it just because I'm like, I don't want like spoilers like that. I need to not see the final like moments, but I saw it and was just like, one solid shit tier.
Yeah, one solid shit tier went down. It was, dude, Terminal is cool, man. I mean, I knew that because I'd watched other people play.
Did you get misty-eyed?
No. You know what? It does hit, though. Like, seeing the credits roll for Tarkov does kind of hit.
Oh, my God. It never occurred to me, the credits.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been the happiest moment of your life.
It weirdly hits. Yeah. Terminal is awesome. Yeah, the reason I tweeted that was I the run was Jover. I made it into the extract point. So like the way it works is you have like, it's like a raid. So there's a timer, right? There's like, you have like 40 minutes to do the whole thing. But no matter how much time you have, when you go through the final door, the last piece of the mission, you have 3 minutes to get to the, so even if you had 20 minutes left by the time you get there, when you go through that door, the raid timer is 3 minutes. Like there comes a point where you only have 3 minutes left. And so, and that's like the raid. Like there's only one extract and terminal and it leaves when the raid timer's up. And I made it into the extract zone with 0.4 seconds on the clock.
What?
0.4 seconds on the clock. I was like hurt. I was limping. I was out of stamina, and I walked.
You were limpy?
I'm limpy, and I walked in, and as soon as the extract thing comes up, it's gone because it's just like 0.431, and I'm out. It was like, it was cinema. Yeah, exactly. It was cinema, bro. I really thought I threw the run.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because you can't go. You need something to go there.
Yeah. So you need a card. And depending on the ending that you get, it determines what you need to do to get another card. So like one of the endings, you have to like pay 5 million rubles every time you want another card. One of the endings is you have to craft the card, and the craft is like a 7-hour craft. By the way, you can only get to terminal
Yikes, dude.
between the hours of 21 and 6 a.m. So you have to go shoreline nighttime to get to where you swipe the card and they let you into terminal. So
Shoreline. Wait, where's the entrance?
So on shoreline near the water. So not up by the resort, near the water, all the way, not the tunnel, not the member of the big tunnel, on the other side, that dock. Yeah, that's terminal. There's like those
past the mines and stuff.
Yeah, and there's like the towers, like that one tower, Sniper Tower's always been there. That one that's always been there, that rickety old green tower, that's where you swipe your card and you go up to the wall. Yeah.
Was that wall an extract at one point, and now can you just go like in?
So there was an extract in that corner there at one point, but now basically it's a transit. So we've talked about like how you can transit from one map to another now. That's basically how you do it. You go to shoreline, you have to swipe. By the way, that whole corner of the map now, if you walk in there, there are AI guards on the towers and they'll just kill you. So you just can't go to that corner of the map anymore unless you go up to the tower, swipe your card. The voice over the intercom says your card's been verified. And then you have to put your gun away and pull your hatchet out. And then you walk up to the thing, to the door.
Okay, wait. How does it tell you?
No.
Of course,
No.
It doesn't tell you.
No, you
that's
just
like
die.
the thing you only know if you watch a streamer. And dude, that's so fucking stupid. That's so fucking stupid. That's so fucking dumb.
I know,
dude.
I know.
When you swipe your card, is it like consumed?
When you, okay, so no, it consumes the card. They did think about this when you actually transit. So if somebody's camping that, because people do that, they'll just camp night shoreline at the terminal extract. So you swipe the card and you pull your hatchet out. Now you can't have a gun. And if they kill you on your way up to the door, you don't lose the card. It consumes it when you transit.
It just said you don't. Somebody said you don't have to put the gun away though. Is that apocryphal?
I don't know.
Is that here?
Valiant told me you have to put the gun away, so I put the gun away. And we did every time.
Valiant trolled you.
Maybe he did. Anyways, and so it depends on what ending you get, depends on what you need to get a new car. I picked the easiest ending. So there's like 4 endings. One of them is like the good ending, like you saved Tarkov. Like I'm not like super up on the lore stuff. That's just like not really my thing. But like one of the endings basically
the red wire and the timer.
Yeah. Basically, one of the endings, the game tells you like you did it. You were for everyone and you made the most amount of impact. You did great. One of the endings is like you fucked everybody up. Like you're like it's called a fallen ending, and the game is like
the easiest, or
and the game's like you're a piece of shit, basically. I did what I consider the easiest ending, which is the deader ending, which is basically like you kind of like betray everyone that you work with along the way. Like you tell Proper to go suck a nut at one point, and then you're working with Mr. Kerman. Remember the little frog head, mouse head guy? Mr. Kerman. Remember we did this the other, you were like Kerman, and then we looked at them out. Anyways, you work with him for a while.
Yes, sorry. When you said Kerman, this time I was thinking Kermit.
Kermit
So that when you said
you're
frog
saying?
head, yeah, that's good.
Thank you. You work with him for a really long time. Then at the 11th hour, you tell him to suck a nut, and then you go work with Lightkeeper, and Lightkeeper kind of tells you to go suck a nut. And then, anyways, you get out, and the ending I got was like, you escaped, but you couldn't escape yourself. And basically, it's like you got out, but you're like, yeah, you're sad, and it's kind of a depressing ending. But I didn't care. I took the easiest one. Because one of them, you have to turn in like $1 million USD, which is like 150 million rubles. You just have to hand that in. One of the other endings, you have to hand in 500 million rubles. And then the good ending, the savior ending, requires you to do every single main storyline task. So there's like, basically there's like a bunch of main storyline tasks. You don't have to do them all to get a ticket, but in order to do savior, you have to do every single main storyline task. You have to get your fence rep up to level 4. You have to do all the tasks for the BTR driver. Like I was like, genuinely kill me. So I just did the easiest, which is basically you work with Lightkeeper and then you kind of betray everybody and get out.
Like everybody sucks though, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Everybody sucks.
Who cares?
So it's cool. When you escape, you get like a special dog tag. You get a background, like main menu background that is there. Each ending has its own main menu background.
The Christmas tree just year round.
Yes, yeah. So mine is like the lighthouse, and there's like lightning, and it says like you couldn't escape yourself. They're cool. And then you get a like armband or whatever. But and then you also get a reward. So like it, I got. For mine, you get like, I got like 150,000 euros, and then like 4 fully decked out 338 Lapua snipers, 4 fully decked out Seiko snipers, 4 fully decked out M60s, 4
for what?
RPGs for escaping. It's just like
No, but I mean like, so you escape, but you're just back at the menu.
Yes, basically when it ends, it's like this. It's like this never happened. It just rolls you back to pre that raid.
Wait, does it say that?
I mean, not really. It's like it says something to the effect that like in order to get a different ending, you have to reset your character, and like we're gonna put you back like as if this raid never happened. I don't remember exactly what it says, but yeah, so it rolls you back so you don't lose anything that you used during that raid. And then because that was the thing we were all wondering for forever. Nikita, for years and years, was like, eventually you're going to be able to escape Tarkov. And it's like, yeah, but what if I want to keep playing? So that was their answer to that. They just roll it back as if that raid never happened. They give you some rewards, and then...
You didn't take the real hard ending.
Yeah, where you just...
It's perma
You
escape.
just hang it up. Yeah, permadeath, bro. Yeah, the events have been recorded, and you're back before the events. Something like that. Like... It says something to that effect.
It happened and it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. You're in the space between spaces.
You are in the upside down.
Schrodinger's escape.
That just reminded me forever. Meg referred to when we were watching Stranger Things when it was like new. She referred to it as the undercarriage.
The undercarriage.
I don't know why.
Oh my God.
Funnier. It's just so much funnier thinking about it as the undercarriage.
The undercarriage. We gotta head back to the undercarriage. Ew. Anyways, so W. It's an awesome mission. It's got great vibes. It's like fun to do a thing where you're not worried about like another PMC, unless someone spawns with you, but you'll know that immediately. There's tons of puzzles. There's tons of like interactive things. The Black Division. Like they are insane. It's just
you just have to cheese them. Are they good insane or rogue insane?
They're So weirdly, like a combination of the two. Like imagine like it's more like a Dark Souls boss. I wouldn't say they're not a Dark Souls boss, but it's more like there is a window for you to react. If you disrespect that window, you are dead. So like, I wish I had some, I actually wish I recorded it. I have the full recording, but I don't have clips. There were a couple insane moments. They did good with the AI as well. They will push you and they will not always push you head on, which is, that's how you always cheese the raiders, right? You shot one and then you just held the right hand and they came in. The amount of times I got shot in the back by 995 and then but I didn't immediately die. So then I like jump out of the way, and then as one is moving up behind me, one is moving up in front of me. And it's like, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm fucked. So like they did a good job with the pathing. Now this is probably because they have more like, I mean, it was like just me and Valiant on the server, right? So they can they have more resources to do whatever. But the pathing was better. And once again, there was like a delayed reaction. The rogues, it was always like, if they're aggro to you and you peek them, it's one shot. So you had to kill them before they aggro to you. They'll aggro you and they'll like pre-fire you, but you, at the same time, you kind of like have this window to I did it on my third attempt. I died my first two attempts. The first attempt, I died because my gun malfunctioned while fighting a Black Division.
Was it like at like 99%?
No, because you shoot so much during the thing that the gun I brought in was at like 96% and it got down to like 90% in that time. And so, I mean, I guess it was actually kind of cool because then what I did was after that run, I unsuppressed the M4 I was bringing because the suppressors are like plus 40% durability burn. And so I unsuppressed it, and then that's what I used for my other runs. My second run, I died to Killa.
Killa's there?
So what happens is
boss rush, all of them
there's three factions on Terminal. There's the Black Division, there's the RUAF, and then there's the Scavs. And they will all fight each other. And you get to points where like the Black Division and the Scavs are fighting, and there will always be a boss, and it's random which one it is. I died to Killa that run. My next run, which when I made it out, Rashala pushed me and I killed Rashala. But so
with his cronies or just him solo? With his
cronies. So I actually never died to the Black Division outside of my gun malfunctioning when a guy, when a Black Division pushed me. So they are in this kind of like space in between where they're really hard and really tough, and they have class 6 plates and they have 995, but you can kind of peek them. You got to hit your headshots. Like you got to hit your headshots. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
I want to escape Tarkov.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there's all these like mechanics. You have to like repair stuff, and you have to, when you come in, when you get to Terminal, they take all your stuff. And like, they take all your guns. They're like, all right, you're getting out of here. We're going to keep all your stuff. And then while they're prepping you to get on the boat, an attack happens. The Scavs attack. It is literally the final scene of the raid series. Is the mission you're playing.
Wait, and then the Fire Nation attacked?
Yes. The Fire Nation attacks. So then when you start on Terminal, you don't have your stuff. So you run out of the room and you're like picking up guns off of dead bodies. And then you get to a place where you find a key and you unlock the armory where they kept your stuff. And then you loot a locker and it's got everything you brought in with you. And then you play the rest of it with your stuff. So it's just like, there are some pretty neat, like new mechanics. It was cool. It was a cool experience for sure. I mean, Tarkov is still Tarkov for sure, but it was fun to be able to do that and actually escape, and it was fun to do a new like quest line. That was just like getting there was fun too, because you do the new storyline quest, because that was my thing. It's just like, I don't want to get Kappa because I've already done all that 8 times. Like this was new. So like overall, it was a good experience. It's still just like Tarkov, like the new quests are just like kill people over here. You know what I mean? I just hadn't done that one. Like it's not like, I don't want to overglaze it, and it's still largely like, go to this place, pick up this thing, turn in certain amount of found and raid things, kill things over there. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not trying to overglaze it. It was just a new quest line, so it was intriguing.
Remember, like 850 years ago, when we would like go off on the poor quest design?
Yeah.
And we were told forever and ever and ever, like, but the main quest, bro, the main quests, like,
yeah, but these are all side quests. But these are all side quests.
When they introduced like 1.0 and there was like the main, like, is it anything different than just pretty much more of the same?
It's more of the same. It's more of the same.
They didn't like do anything.
It's more of the same with some frosting on top, right? So here's what's different about it. One, they're much more lore heavy. Like, you could read the flavor texts on the regular quests, right? But that flavor text was like the any of those early custom quests. Remember, you have to get the customs director's office key, big red. You have to go up and you have to get the big box of GPUs out of the director's key. I don't know why I'm doing that. And what I'm picking up is just like a box, right? In the main quests, a lot of times what you're picking up is like a picture that in order to progress to the next thing, you have to inspect it and turn it around and read the message on the back. Or like you have to go to this, like, they added this little kind of place on woods where there's like a couple of dead guys, and then there's like a grave with like a knife stabbed through a dog tag, and you have to go get that dog tag, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck happened here? So there's the quest is largely like, go pick up the thing, but in the main quest there's a layer of like, just being in the place to pick up the thing gives you more story than like, go pick up the box in the room, right? So there's a little bit more contextual story. That's cool, right? You have to interact with the traders. The traders look like N64 graphics. Like, that was a big swing and a miss. That and it's all text. It's not voiced. So it's like, that really did not add a lot to the game. So there's that, and then like working with Mr. Kerman and like more people that you interact with. Old Jebediah. And then the introduction of like actual meaningful, like, every once in a while you'll be turning in a quest, and then a big pop-up will be like, you cannot undo this decision. Are you sure? And it's like, whoa. And then now, especially in the beginning when nobody had any idea what they were doing, that felt meaningful. Now, like, I have a graph that's like what to do and all those decisions to get any one of the 4 endings. But you really can, if you don't know, like, you can end up, you pissed off Proper and you pissed off Kerman. Now the only way for you to escape Tarkov is reset your account, or like do the one where you have to turn in 500 million rubles. Like, there really is like choice that is meaningful. It's not necessarily made apparent to you what the consequences of your decisions will be. It's just like, are you sure you want to do this? And you're like, yeah. And then it's later like, oh, well, now you need to fork over 500 million rubles. So those are the ways that it's different. But the quest design is not at all different. Not at all different. The flavor around the quest, I agree. It's why I largely felt 1.0 was like very underwhelming. Like
we got told, like, basically, like, stop complaining.
Yeah.
Like,
these
don't,
are the,
like,
yeah.
Like, what's crazy though is that, like, I have to wonder. I just have to wonder if, and I'm like 50-50 on this, because how often were they like, okay, we hear you, we've identified an issue with feature X, we're gonna fix feature X, and then they fix it in like the complete opposite way.
Yeah.
That I just wonder if, like, there's a couple scenarios. Let's just say, I'm not making this claim, but let's just say Nikita was lying the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, things are gonna get better." And he's like, "Yeah, it's more of the same." Like, that's one explanation.
Yeah.
There's another explanation that is like, yes, we hear your criticism. Your criticisms are there's not enough claymation characters, and I don't, like he doesn't understand the actual criticisms, right? Like the fundamental issues. And I don't know. I
think it's a combination of that and the realities, like, because this is something we know. In the beginning, they had lots of hopes and dreams, and by the end, they were much more realistic. Like, Nikita stopped giving out dates. He stopped talking about features. Like, they were clearly aware of the limitations of their code, the engine, and the way this project had progressed by the end. And I think the combination of that and what you just said, which is what Tarkov and Battlestate games are good at, they are excellent at. Like, they are excellent at what they're good at. Their map design, their world building, their like marketing images, their arts, their key arts about every update or about every boss or whatever. Like, the way that story is, the world of Tarkov is excellent. They are S-tier devs in that regard. But where they struggle. And that's just like, this is nothing new, right? 300 episodes. This is episode 301 of the podcast, by the way. Episode of us talking about like that they just seemingly don't get the gameplay like side of things. Not in terms of like gunplay. The gunplay is great, but like in terms of meaningful interaction and progression. And I do think that it's just that they were like, that they thought that like being able to talk to the traders through the text and like seeing the environmental storytelling of this quest, I think they do see that as meaningfully different, whereas it's largely just the same with other set dressing. But yeah, I mean, like 1.0 brought like two amazing things, which was the tutorial and the end mission. That's, I mean, like the bookends of 1.0 are both really, really good and immersive and world building and fucking awesome. And everything in between was just the same Tarkov that was 1 month before 1.0.
Yeah.
Now they've made more meaningful changes to the game since 1.0 than they did in the 12 calendar months leading up to 1.0. Which is backwards to me, but I'll still take it as somebody that is enjoying Tarkov, right? You know what I mean? Like, but that is like, they could have just abandoned the game and left. And based on that Tarkov TV from last week, they've got even more meaningful changes coming, right? So, but yeah, so it's like, so that's why it's I'm of two minds about it. I fucking had a blast playing Terminal and doing something new. And beating that level felt really rewarding. But I don't think it really moved the needle on what my opinion of 1.0 was, which is a missed opportunity to do all of these things and like change the experience of the game for 1.0 so that you can appreciate those bookends even more. But there's no use in beating that dead horse because that's what I've been saying since 1.0. So like Terminal was fucking sick. It didn't really move the needle on anything, but 5 months away from Tarkov has me fallen in love with it again. So whatever, like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's whatever. It's just, I'm having fun with it again, and Terminal was sick. So, yeah.
What more can ye ask for?
Some other gaming news. Arc Raiders put out a blog, which like,
they're shutting down their servers. Game's dead.
They are. That's great. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna be like, what?
Bro, you should read it, like, just to be reminded that there are like solid devs out there, communicators. It's really well. The community is falling apart though. So basically, since Arc Raiders launched, they've been doing a patch a month. That was what they said. They were like, we want to commit to a patch a month. And some of them were like small, some of them were bigger, but it was a patch a month. They put out the blog post and they were like, hey, we were trying to do a patch a month and it's not sustainable. We're feeling like we're having to like rush stuff out the door. And
yeah, it feels like the getting like the grind leading up to like releasing a game where devs are normally like
Yeah.
killing themselves. It probably feels like that.
Yeah, probably feels like that. We're having to rush stuff out the door, or we're not like, we're not like giving ourselves the opportunity to like really work on one thing for a really long time, because devs have to come off of that to then finish the content for whatever. So they made the change. They were like, we're now going to move to 2 patches a year, and we want them to be like massive, game-changing, humongous patches.
Wait, 2 a year? You
2
said?
a year, yeah. So they're going from once a month.
A difference.
Big difference. Yeah.
Now they're on some Tarkov shit.
Yes.
Oh no.
Now, I loved everything they said in that blog, but I do, like, if I could ask a question of Embark, I would ask, like, don't you think you could do like once a quarter or like once a season?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that seems like a long time. But dude, every single, I don't want to pull it up and like read it. Their language is just like really good. Every single qualm I had with the game was addressed, which, by the way, to refresh, my qualms were like, hey, this game, maybe isn't long-term for me. Like, I was never like, Arc should change to be a more grindy PvP experience, but I'm a guy that likes PvP and wanted more stuff to do. So that's kind of why I like haven't been playing Arc as much. But they talked at length about like wanting to give more meaningful progression, wanting to give more things to do. It was truly like, they truly showed in that they understood the frustrations of the player, where players were coming from, the fact that they have so many different types of players that enjoy that game, and them wanting to like meaningfully balance that. And then they like outlined a bunch of things that they want to work on and do to do that. And it was like, it just S tier paragraph after S tier paragraph after S tier paragraph. The one sticking point is like, 6 months? You know what I mean? Like, they said in there, they were like, our next patch will be in October, because they just did this big one last month. So yeah.
Nice.
So you're like, oosh. Now, from my perspective, each one of those monthly patches has been lackluster to me. And thus, I have not stuck around. Like, they did the big patch this like 2 weeks ago where they put the new map. I played it the one day, and then I just kind of went back to what I was doing, which I was fine with. Yeah. But so from that seat, I'm perfectly fine to wait 6 months, because I'm not, the smaller patches were not engaging me. So the next 6 months to me will look the same as if they were doing the 1 patch a month, because they were too small for me to care. If you're an Arc Raiders streamer, or if you're an Arc Raiders main, like that's your main game, I can totally align with to you. Now you're kind of signing up for like, nothing is going to change in the game for the next 5.5 months. I can understand how that's a little bit more brutal. You know what I mean? We were unfortunately forged in the fire of Tarkov, where like one update every 6 months is like the norm. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that that's a good thing. I'm not saying everyone should adopt the Tarkov thing. But I am curious to see how this pans out over the long haul. I think if they could have made it once a season, so every 3 months, or once a quarter, I think that would have gone a long way. But the internet is very doom and gloom. Like a lot of RIP Arc Raiders, like a lot of takes are like, it is dead. Like they have killed it. I think that the game is, its foundation is so good that it's like No Man's Sky. Like if a good update comes out, people will come back and play. It's like Tarkov, right? Like everybody would say that. Like at the end of every wipe, it was like RIP Tarkov, it's dead. And then the wipe streets came out. They were like, you were in a 200,000 person queue. It's like RIP Tarkov, my dick. So I kind of think it's like that, where the game will probably hemorrhage players between now and then. But if they actually do it, if they actually hit like a monumental, humongous, game-changing patch, everyone's going to come back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they have to really worry about it. But that was a little controversial. That was like a big old decision to go from every month to every 6 months. So we'll see how that works out. and then I played Star Citizen all day today.
Dude, I was pulled like scrolling through YouTube, my homepage, to try to like figure out my queue of videos to watch today, and all of a sudden I like my cursor kind of hovered over your thing, and I see you like fucking coming down a ladder. I'm like, oh shit, Jesse's playing fucking
big
StarCraft again.
Yep, big patch happened today. I haven't played.
What are the interest rates like on the mortgages you guys you took out on your Leviathan?
Yeah. They're dropping, dude. Okay, so this is not. I probably shouldn't lead with this to tell you about how like much fun I had. So they're doing a concept sale, which is like they're selling a ship that they're not even working on yet. That's what they used to do back in the day. They would show you the JPEG and they would be like this. They've been actually pretty open about the fact that what they're doing is knocking off all the lists. It's something about Kickstarter where like they have to do the stuff that they funded in their Kickstarter, because they said it was like, if we make this much money, we'll do this, like all the extendo goals. And that was 10 years ago. But I
keep doing more shit.
Yeah, I watched this thing where they were like, if they don't give those Kickstarter goals, then people can like go through Kickstarter and get like refunds or whatever. So they're like, and they've been pretty open about they're just like knocking off those things so that they don't ever have to think about anything they did. But one of the things was like, one of the Kickstarter goals was this like enormous battle cruiser ship or whatever. Once again, no excuse, because what I'm about to say is insane. But they get, when the economy for Star Citizen and these huge ships, the black market for them is so big, like it's artificial scarcity. So they'll sell these huge ships in such limited amounts that their website just gets botted, and people buy them to sell on the gray market or the black market after for double the real money. So what they did this time to avoid the botting was you had to submit a 1,000-word essay on why you were like a value to the Star Citizen community and why you wanted a ship. And then of everyone that submitted the essays, they would hand select a certain number of those people to be given the opportunity to spend multiple thousands of dollars on a JPEG for a ship that they haven't even started development of yet. So I guess I say all this to say maybe BSG ain't that bad with their monetization.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. It's criminal minds.
Oh, that's a criminal crime.
It's a criminal crime.
Bro, like what's the criteria? Like, I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed because like I don't, at least like with a teacher, you know what they're looking for. Like, this is just gonna be some dude Joe who's gonna read your shit and be like, nah, I don't like this fucking, like, it's good.
How many Chat GPT how many
number of M dashes?
Yeah.
God.
Now,
the moment they announced that, all of our lights just went dimmed a little bit.
Dude.
Everybody who fucking spun up Chat GPT and all the data centers.
I can't believe, like, the meme is that they were the original NFT because they were doing this, selling the JPEGs, right? You know, it's obviously different than an NFT. Star Citizen, it would eventually become a ship. Like a Bored Ape is just going to be a Bored Ape forever. But the meme is that like they were the original NFT because they were doing this in like 2012, bro.
Bored Ape space.
And I can't believe throughout the entire development of Star Citizen, they never got into NFTs. Like it just seems like such fertile ground for them to have gotten into that whole scam. I'm so glad they didn't, but
they did.
What once again, is the ship fungible? I don't know.
I rest my case. This is Chewbacca.
What is fungible? Is Tarkov fungible? Is your Tarkov account fungible? No, I know what NFT stands for, but it's like
this is Chewbacca.
This is okay. Well,
I rest my case. You never, God damn it! You never watched South Park.
I mean, I've
It's
seen a little bit of South Park. Anyways,
Johnny Cochran, okay?
other than me spending my child's college fund on the new ship,
It's an investment, but okay.
it's an investment. There was a new patch, and I haven't played Star Citizen in like 2 years, and they've just done a bunch of shit. And so I hopped in today because I'm kind of in the middle. I escaped. The Icebreaker event is coming for Tarkov, but it's not here yet. And this patch came, and so I played today, and I had a blast. That's all I want to say. I had fun. It's a fun game.
How can you talk to me about FOIP? What's the state of FOIP?
You know, I don't know, but I can find out tomorrow. I can find out the state of FOIP.
The original dad.
God.
Wait, are you playing tomorrow?
Yeah. Probably. Depends on how the servers are. They're doing a free fly, so
One of these days, you're gonna have to take the original dad out.
Oh my god.
And I'm just gonna be sitting behind you while you're flying the ship. Like, for those who don't know, FOIP is face over IP. Where literally I have a separate webcam, and that webcam is tracking my face and my facial expressions map to
The game.
my character, which is basically the berries and cream guy somehow. And I just and it like only worked half the time, which made it even better.
Made it even better, yeah.
My character looked like I looked like Edgar from Men in Black.
Yes. Yep.
Water.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, so I had fun. It's still very much so Star Citizen. I spent 2 hours doing a mission, and then the boss that has the key card that for me to finish the mission, as soon as I killed him, he fell through the planet, and I couldn't finish the mission. So very much so that.
That was the first thing that happened to me playing Star Citizen. The one time I got on a planet, I just ended up in the fucking undercarriage.
And
I just reenacted the fucking what is it called? The Tesseract from Interstellar.
Yes.
Spoilers. I just reenacted that scene, and that was my
Marv!
that was my that was my fucking Star Citizen experience.
Yeah. So yeah, they've added a ton of like actual stuff to do, actual content, crafting, materials, resource gathering. Like it's starting to come together. And I hadn't played in 2 years, so I figured it was a good time to come back, and I had a blast with it. The big question on everybody's mind is, obviously, will Squadron 42 release this year? Drama.
Dude, everywhere I go.
Drama. I know, bro. V was texting me before this and was like, bro, do you think it's actually going to happen? Crazy.
So what do you think? Put your stake down.
I don't know. Like they, I keep up with Star Citizen, but I'm so much more out of the loop than like somebody that has been playing every day since. I actually think at this point it is close enough to being done that they could release it this year. Picture this, right? Everyone on the internet thinks you're a meme because
so far I'm living this reality. I thought we were hypothetically speaking.
I did. Okay.
Picture this. Reddit hates you. Done. Next.
No. Okay. Picture this. Everyone on the internet thinks you're a meme because 15 years ago, you said that you were about to drop the coolest thing ever in 2 years, right? And then it was in 2 more years, and then it was in 2 more years, and then it was in 2 more years, and then it was in 2 more years.
Talking about Star Citizen.
Yeah. So Star Citizen.
Not Nikita. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yes, Star Citizen Squadron 42. Squadron 42 was supposed to come out in like 2008 or something. Not really, but forever ago. And I actually do think the original launch date for Squadron 42 was like 2016 or 2018. Like that was the original deadline. And so delay. Okay. They secure basically $1 billion in funding from their audience, a little bit from private investment. They really get their shit together, quadruple down on this single player experience. You get Mark Hamill, Henry Cavill, Gary Oldman, all these people in mocap.
Forgot about all of that shit.
All these people in mocap.
What happens when they're gonna have to get them in for mocap again because it's been 20 years since they mocap?
They quadruple down on Squadron. They build their own engine. You do all this. So you're a meme and you're determined more than anything to prove those people that think you're a meme wrong. It's what drives you at night. And you set a release date for the game. And this time you fucking mean business. And then, due to like the world shifting around, the release window for your game is the same window as Grand Theft Auto 6. I actually think that's like they're considering delaying the game for that alone. Because if after all that, the game just gets swept under the rug, that game that you like, this is like you're proving you're not a meme because GTA 6 launches 2 weeks later, like that would be brutal. So
is Squadron, okay, do you think Squadron 42 will be big?
I don't know, but I think it's like all of their eggs are in this basket is what I'm saying. Like if you're Chris Roberts, you think Star Citizen
yeah,
Squadron
just like
42.
think about like the gaming industry right now where like is it going to be deader than Arc Raiders and Arc Raiders is dead? Like,
well, so what I don't know how many players it'll have like later, but the thing you know about Star Citizen is like it's catnip for the internet. So when Squadron releases, like 2 years ago, when Star Citizen did their like Citizen Con, and they talked about their new engine, and like that's when they started talking about how they were like really doubling down on Squadron. Asmongold was reacting to it. Moist Critical was reacting to it. Like it's such a meme that when it comes out, everyone with a microphone, everyone with a Shure SM7B will make a video on it because it's just a meme. You know what I mean? Like Linus Tech Tips, their second channel, Tech Linked, they did one episode on Star Citizen. It's the most viewed video on their channel by a lot. Like it's such a meme. So they know that like that will be marketing for the game, right? If it's good, that'll actually be marketing. If it's bad, if Squadron is bad, then that's going to be pretty devastating. But so if you're them, you kind of know that whenever you launch this out into the world, it's going to get attention whether you kind of like it or not. And so they would want to ride that high. I'm not in any way saying it's going to be bigger than GTA 6. Not at all. But I'm just saying that like from their perspective, after all that time, that would be a tough time to launch it. So I actually think the game is relatively close to being done, but I just have no idea. They might release it before GTA 6. They might not care and release it around the same time. They might delay it to 2027, but it really wouldn't surprise me if they delayed it to 2027. Personally.
Yeah.
Mostly because they're high on their own supply. Not because I think the game will be as good as GTA 6. Like, let that be clear. When I'm saying, like, they think, like, it will be a big splash in the gaming industry for sure. That doesn't necessarily that will translate into, like, 100 million copies of the game sold or anything. I just think it's going to be a big moment. Everyone is going to be talking about it, and they're going to want their own moment in the sun. You know what I mean? Away from GTA 6. And exactly the game that's been in development for 14 years. What's another 6 months kind of reality? Like the community's going to freak the fuck out. You know what I mean? But like, what's another 6 months? But we'll see. I really have no idea. I honestly also kind of don't care. I'm way more care about Star Citizen. And all I know is that like when Squadron 42's out, the development team is going to work because they've actually released before that like 70 to 80% of the staff at Cloud Imperium Games is working on Squadron.
Yikes.
So I just want them
can't wait for them to be done
to work on Star Citizen. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. So that's like my only stake in Squadron 42 is that it gets out of the way.
What happens if they just sell like nothing? Like it just like what happens if like a single player space game just ain't it in 2027?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I mean,
and it just,
I think that's possible, but
I feel
unlikely.
Yeah.
I think it'll do well. I think it'll do like really well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like if I were to guess, I think that the game will sell like a lot of copies.
There must be just some internal fandom because like literally I've never heard of it, never thought about it, never whatever unless you talk about it. So it's like it's not.
Yeah.
And I'm like a massive No Man's Sky fan.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like they don't have their marketing tentacles like out in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
So over 6 million people have backed Star Citizen. So
Tell me more.
So a lot of people know of the game and know about the game.
A lot of people know.
A lot of people know. And by the way, when you buy Star Citizen, it does not come with Squadron 42. That's a separate game.
It's the Unheard Edition.
Yeah. So there's like 6 million people that backed Star Citizen that are like into the space game that might want. Now, obviously, that's not going to translate 1-to-1. But, and then you look at like how much hype Starfield drummed up, right? Sci-fi, single player, space game. And then you look at the facts that it's like, this is like a game with like the star-studded cast. Now, you're definitely right. It might just be that like, dog, we don't want single player action adventure space games anymore. Like, can we move on? And it might underperform. That's very possible. But I have a feeling it'll do well. But I don't really know what like well is anymore. Like how many copies of a game need to be sold to do well? Once again, GTA 6 is like the...
How much did it cost to make?
That's a great question. Whenever
N plus $10 million. Like, I don't know.
Well, no, they've always like, they're in the green. Like they always have cash on hand. That they don't.
Well, they also raised $1 billion.
Yeah, but and that's what I'm saying. And like 50 million of it was like loans. Like that's the thing is like they don't like. So what I'm saying is it's impossible to parse. Like they've raised like $950 billion. No, sorry, $950 million. It's impossible to know how much of that went to Squadron, how much of that went to Star Citizen, how much of that went to both. So it's like impossible to know what the like budget for just Squadron 42 is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I wish them luck in their future endeavors.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just want it to be done. So Star Citizen can get better. But yeah, so I don't know. That was fun. I saw you had Subnautica here. Did you play that at all? Is that out?
Everybody's been like, "You're gonna play Subnautica when it comes out," or, you know, and it came out today, except it's early access and like I don't know, someone. This is all chat stuff, so I don't know. Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But I want to say someone said there was like 25% of the content, and like
Interesting.
it's gonna be out in like 2 years or something. So
What?
Like I don't even want to. Like I thought it was out, so like I don't even want to touch it, dude. Like, and I read some of the reviews, and I don't know. It just seems like there's not a ton. And like, if I play it, and I get 15% of the way through, and then I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah.
I'm not picking it back up again.
It's going to be hard to pick it back up.
I just don't. Yeah, I need to sit down and play it all the way through, and so I'm probably not gonna touch it.
Interesting.
I don't know about the whole 2-year thing, but
Craft and lawsuit delayed development. Yo, when I read that message, it was like core memory unlocked. I do think I remember watching a video about like the troubled development of Subnautica 2 and this lawsuit. I don't remember any of the details, but gotcha. Okay. Because I was about to say, I was like, no offense, but Subnautica doesn't seem like it's a game that doesn't scream like early access to me. It's like, oh, here's our survival game. Here's our underwater survival game. And then you like add DLC. I'm not saying that they have to have everything done right at the start, but so I was surprised, but I do remember seeing something about that. So maybe that obviously played a factor, but So that is a kind of a bummer then, because I have been seeing a lot of hype around Subnautica 2, but yeah, I didn't realize it was only a little bit of the game.
Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, like apparently a couple million copies sold in an hour or whatever. I mean, it's
Damn.
like Subnautica 1 was an incredible game.
You played it?
Yeah, I played it in the DLC, and it was like definitely, I want to say like confidently top 25 games of all time.
180,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. Subnautica 1.
Oh yeah, I mean it's incredible. You know what's wild? Wait, I'm sorry. I only have 34 hours and plus 28. Interesting. So I've only got like 60 hours in, but I guess that's like a single player game. Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Like Ocarina of Time. That's a absolutely goated game. A 12 out of 13 achievements. I literally never do. I never pay attention to achievements. And you've played like 3 games ever, so I'm not even gonna ask you if you do it. I've got so many. I've got so many games. I need to go through and figure out like the only reason why I even considered the no magic library fucking clean up the Arcane library or whatever was because someone was like, "There's an achievement for." I'm like, "Well, I'm fucking doing it." And I probably would have been a world record if I hadn't left it running overnight. I wasn't sure. I left it paused overnight, and I came back and like finished it after it was like 2 or 3 days, and I was so excited to like hit like be done and like see the stats, and it was like 73 hours. I was like, fuck.
Damn it.
So much for the world record speed run.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, apparently Subnautica 1 was also early access.
Oh. The more you know. I didn't realize. I probably have like 1/10 of the games in my Steam library as you, and I've only played 1/10 of the games in my Steam library.
Can you see how many games? Oh, I might be able to. Wait. I have 329 games.
How do you see?
All the way up to the top. I can just see like
I have
uncategorized.
107.
How? Okay, you have 107. I don't know of you playing anything more than maybe 5.
Yeah.
Where do those come from?
Among Us, Apex Legends, Armor Reforged.
You played Among Us?
No, I don't know how it's here. I think people gift me games, and I don't know.
But you have to like accept the gifted games, I think.
Armored Core, Fires of Rubicon.
What the fuck is that?
There's the new Armored Core game. Back for Blood, Baldur's Gate 3. I've never played Baldur's Gate 3. Battlefield 4, The Bazaar, BioShock.
What? Are you sure
Burnout Paradise, the ultimate.
Those are games you own?
Yeah.
Or are you sure you're not like looking at the he's on like the Steam homepage?
No. Company of Heroes, Counter-Strike 2. I did play that with you for 44 minutes playtime. Crisis 2.
Brother, what?
I don't know, bro. A couple of these are games I've
GTA
done sponsored stuff for. EVE Online. The Finals, my goat. Halo Infinite. When did I get that? Hell Let Loose. Humankind. Yeah, I don't know.
You're missing out on games like Day of the Tentacle,
Uh-huh.
a difficult game about climbing.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
A little game called Skyrim.
A little game called Skyrim. Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah, I'll
man.
go through.
I don't know where these came from. New World? Yeah.
I never played New World.
It was so good. It was such a banger. Like, obviously
I
not.
bought Pacific Drive. Wait.
Oh, I remember that game. I remember.
Oh, okay, never mind.
watching
Sorry, I got confused.
Deadly
I was like, there's 20 hours, but that was a different. I was thinking about the one that's like side scroll.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's a roguelite, or I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but that's about driving, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pacific Drive is like the one that was almost like stalker-ish kind
Yes.
of. Yeah, okay.
Between how much I watch Deadly Slob and Northern Lion, like I pretty much see all the like roguelites. Like I don't play any of them, but I see them all.
True.
I don't actually have Balatro or Ball Pit on Steam. I have Balatro on my phone.
I tried to play it on my phone. It was like unplayable.
Yeah. I mean,
You never
this,
played it like with a mouse and keyboard and like a 40-inch monitor?
no. Well, here's the thing: is like I put so much respect on the name of Balatro. Like, incredible game. I could never see myself sitting at this desk to play Balatro. Like that just, like that would, that's just like, that's never going to happen. But on my phone, I played a shit ton of Balatro on my phone with Twitch up, laying on the couch, like,
Interesting.
you know, ripping it. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was about to say, like, do you feel the same way or no? Like, I feel like The Office, like this space transcending from like place where I play video games to The Office has like ruined a piece of it in my brain. Like, I don't know.
I've gone full circle to now, like but I'm in like full degen mode. Like until I get into my space, I don't want to do fucking jack shit.
Yeah.
Like I'll come down here and I'll put on a video and I'll play Power Washing Sim for 4 hours before I hit start stream.
That's
because
insane.
Just because I wouldn't be streaming. There are certain things I wouldn't stream and watch. And so, but it's like I just feel like watching these videos, and like I tell myself there's certain things where it's like if I don't take a pause and look at life as a content creator and
yeah,
like if you fucking sit down and you stream for like fucking 8 days a week, you know, only ever playing one game or whatever, and it's like sometimes I'm like I should just take a day off.
Yeah.
Like imagine just fucking taking a day off.
Yeah.
Like I'll just have a Tuesday and I'll be like, yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna stream today. Like this is the stuff that it's not a grind fucking Mr. Beast. Woo! Like
yeah.
Get followers today, but it's like being a human being.
But that's what I'm saying.
I try to do that on the daily where I'm like, I'm just gonna I'm gonna sit here, and if I can do this for like 2 or 3 hours, I'm not owned by this fucking website.
No, dude,
and
I think that's healthy. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I think it's my brain that's broken. Like, even so recently, I hopped off Tarkov and I got really into Arc Raiders. Even in that first month where I was like turbo glazing Arc Raiders like every podcast, I could have never sat down to play that game off stream. Like, I am fundamentally broken. Like, Marathon was the same. I was loving Marathon those first 2 weeks. I could have never sat down and played. You know what's
when you say play off stream though, that's different from playing without streaming versus streaming and playing it, right? Like, were there times where like you were like, I really want to play, but you're like, I'm not going to play if I'm not going to stream it, or like, is your desire to stream and that's the game you're going to play? Or is your desire to play the game and you're like, I have to stream if I'm playing it, otherwise I'm wasting? Is there?
That's a good question. That's an interesting distinction. I think I'm processing that.
Jesse's like, fuck.
No, you know why? Because I think the answer is not the answer I want. Like, I think the answer is like, I have no desire to play unless I'm streaming. And I like think that makes me sad.
And but you have a drive to stream. Yeah, man.
Oh no. Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
dog.
broken.
We're all broken, man. We're all fucking broken. Like I don't like, this is something that literally fucking 4 people watching this and you will understand how bad this ecosystem is for the human fucking mind, dude. I don't care. And every fucking creator that you have, we simultaneously love what we do, and it's a fucking hellscape. Humans were made to do it's, and this isn't like a woe is me.
No.
Like, this is better than every other job.
Yeah.
It's like it's fucking with our sense of like the world and reality and humanity in a way that like coal mining doesn't do to you. Coal mining fucking kills you in your lungs, but it doesn't make you like not see humans normally.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it's.
And you know what's funny? You know what? The last game I can remember that I was like, I want to play this game and I don't care if I stream it or not. Like, the last game I can remember, like, texting the homie to be like, are you on? And just like playing even off stream.
Halo 2.
New World. Like, we were just like, and that's how many times on this podcast have you heard me say, damn, I feel like I just wanted MMO. Like, I feel like I missed the MMO thing. Like, I've talked about that ad nauseum, and New World came out and it struck that chord. And that was, it felt like Halo 2 days. It was like, oh my God, all I want to do is play this MMO. Now, it turns out that the game was like fundamentally flawed. Amazon kind of sucked and they ran that shit into the ground. But it was so fun. I enjoyed it so much. But yeah, like, since then, nothing really. Damn. Well, that sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fucking cool, man. Well, anyway, see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, big goals, eh?
But you know what's funny though is like, so part of me almost wants to like buy. I think if I were to like get back into that, part of me wants to buy a console and put the console out in my living room. Like, I don't think, at least at the start, I don't think I can be in this room and not just be like in the, especially because like, not that
you
like
you need to remove all the alcohol from the house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Especially because not having kids means that like mentally I'm compartmentalized, but also physically. Like that doorway is like a barrier, and inside the doorway is work, and outside the doorway I don't even think about work as too much because there's like, it's like daddy. It's like it's they're completely divorced lives. So I don't think I could like walk into this room and sit down with the camera off and play. Like, this is work. And so like, but if I bought like a PlayStation and like put it out there, and even like after the podcast tonight, I'm going to go out there and kind of chill for like an hour or two. Everyone's asleep. Like, even just like firing up anything and playing for an hour. Like, I think that would be how I would have to kind of get some of that back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Outside of all this. Yeah. Oof da.
Well, everybody fucking join our Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost said twitch.tv/patreon.com/ the podcast pod
For 10% off.
for 10% off. Oh, yeah.
Bridge wallets.
Yeah. Patreon.com/ the podcast pod. You can get early ad free access to these episodes and some spicy episodes over there. Conversation is always banging.
I'm gonna ask Jesse some more existential questions that are gonna make him fucking.
Dude, you reset my freaking operating system with that question. Holy moly. But thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring the episode. And thank you to everyone, whether you're here listening, whether you're, on YouTube, or whether you're a patron. We appreciate you. Thank you guys for hanging. And we will definitely see you on the next one.
Take your vitamins.